New today, Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon announced criminal charges in connection with more than a dozen COVID-related deaths at a senior living facility in 2020. Tonight, we have reaction from one of the families.
In one of the worst outbreaks of COVID-19 in any assisted facility in California.
L.A. District Attorney George Gascon announcing felony charges today against the Irvine-based management company that oversees Silverado Beverly Place near L.A.'s Fairfax district and 3 of its managers for negligent behavior. The criminal complaint alleges led to 14 COVID-related deaths at the senior residential care facility in 2020. The deaths part of a COVID outbreak that impacted more than 100 employees and residents.
We believe that Silverado put the interest in financial gain and profit over the safety considerations for their patients and employees.
Gascon says the Silverado management team was in violation when it admitted a new resident in March of 2020 from New York City, known to be a coronavirus epicenter at the time, and then failed to follow protective procedures.
The new resident was not tested for COVID-19, nor required to quarantine in isolation prior to admission.
Gascon says that new resident was not tested for COVID until he eventually started displaying symptoms, and even then was not placed in isolation. The 14 who died ranged in age from 32 to 94. All were residents except for 32-year-old Brittany Ringo, a vocational nurse. Her family part of a civil lawsuit against Silverado.
Seeing the charges being brought not only against the entity but also against the individuals was deeply meaningful.
Attorney Jody Moore represents 7 of the victims, including Helena Apotheker, whose mother Catherine died at Silverado in April of 2020 after contracting COVID.
It spread like wildfire, and my mother passed away 30 days pretty much to the day that the man was let into the building.
Apotheker says today is a long time coming. Her reaction to Silverado and employees Lauren Shook, Jason Russo, and Kimberly Boutram now facing 13 felony counts of elder endangerment and 5 felony counts of violation causing death.
This can be a big jumping point for us to really make sure that the watchers are being watched.
And of course, we did reach out to Silverado Management Living Incorporated this morning for comment and have yet to hear back. DA Gascon says this is the culmination of a 2.5-year investigation conducted by Cal OSHA.
When you think about the areas that got hit the hardest from COVID-19, it was nursing homes in those early days. So many deaths here in California and so many deaths in New York.
Oh, well, in L.A. County, we've just surpassed 35,000. And by the way, this past weekend marked 3 years since our first COVID death.
Wow.